Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Dune Sea, a show all about that galaxy far, far away and beyond. My name is Konnor.
And I'm Seth.
And hey, little mic check here in the chat. See a lot of you guys: Sir Django Fett, Alan, DCG, Quinlan Voss, Tyler Grubbs, KDO. A little bit of a new setup here going on. Please, we ran a bunch of tests and we think it sounds good, but
let us know.
It's always hard to judge.
Do we sound good?
So
do we sound bad?
Don't lie to us, because sometimes you guys are too nice.
It's true. Let us know. We've been working hard on this.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Hey. All right.
Okay.
Sounds great. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, real quick, I'm going to be quiet. Seth's going to talk because he's always the problem child over here.
I gotcha.
I know this is an awkward start to the show, but this is important.
It's true. Yes, because we need to know. All right. So, how do I sound? Like, do I sound like a whisper in the wind? Possibly like a
whisper in the wind.
Whisper.
Listen to this guy.
Is that what I sound like? What are we doing? What are you doing to me?
Just going to brighten you up just
You're brightening me up.
There you go.
Bit.
Oh, man,
okay.
we're in shambles. Look at that.
Yes. It sounds good. Can you turn it up a little bit?
Of course I can. Of course I can.
Hold on. We can do all kinds of stuff right now.
Testing. How's that? You sound like a Sith Lord.
I sound like a Sith Lord. Well, hold up. Not a Seth Lord?
What? Listen to this guy.
Yeah, you stop that.
Well, hey, thank you guys for being here so much. We appreciate it. We know it's been a while since our last live stream. But before we get anywhere, I just have to shout out here before we went live, Michael Kramer with the $9.99 super chat. My goodness, thank you so much, Michael. Longtime fan of the show. Mm-hmm. I always like saying his name, Michael_Kramer98, our friend from Instagram. And it has a question here. Ralph Fiennes as Plagueis. Thoughts?
Ooh.
I know it's a little typecast, but I can't help but think that's a bit fun, isn't it?
I guess I don't want him to ham it up as much as he did as Voldemort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love him as Voldemort.
Yeah, but I don't want him to ham it up too much.
Okay.
I don't need any, like, I just don't, I don't want that. Like, it's just too much. Like, could you imagine that? Or it's just like, I'm trying to think of what is unlimited power. I don't want that.
You don't want that.
I don't want that.
I got you.
Do you want that?
I mean, I can't lie. I like Ralph Fiennes quite a bit. I think he's great.
No, I'm not saying that he's not great, but I'm just saying that
I don't think he would copy and paste his Voldemort performance.
I hope not, but some people do that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it is a bit typecast. The guy doesn't have a nose after all.
It is true.
But
it's true.
Yeah, it's pretty great stuff.
Yeah.
So, jumping in, what are we talking about today, ladies and gents? Well, the Acolyte has passed us by. You guys, we don't need to go over all of our opinions, but we did kind of want to have a bit of a post-mortem here, post-game wrap-up, kind of talking about, hey, now that it's over, now that we have the full picture, let's talk about, some positives, maybe some critiques, and
some good, bad, and the ugly.
Good, bad, and the ugly. If you guys remember all the way back in the Ahsoka days, we did this good, bad, and the ugly thing where basically we broke down in terms of elements. So like characters, costumes, choreography. And that way it gives us a chance to really hone in on the stuff that was really good. And that way we're not just complaining for an hour and a half, right?
It's true.
And we can talk about the stuff we really like and we would like to see going forward if we get a season 2, right? And also we'd love to hear you guys in the chat chime in on what you guys think are the good, the bad, and the ugly with this show. And that's just the title of that, by the way, I was thinking about. Obviously, that's the title of a movie, but where I get that from is back in the old days of Game Informer. I don't know if you remember that. You remember Game Informer magazine?
Was that like Nintendo Power?
Kind of. I mean, it was like, Nintendo Power was way better, but Game Informer was GameStop's,
Oh, their magazine.
Yeah, their publication. Yeah. And I would get that. I used to get that as a kid because I didn't really use the internet in high school. And they had a little section, good, bad, and the ugly. And I always thought it was really fun way to review. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing today. So, but first, jumping in to kind of the theme we've been doing throughout the Acolyte, I have a poll that I put up here on YouTube a couple days ago, asking you guys overall thoughts on the Acolyte. And here's what you guys said. 11% said awesome. 21% said good, 39% said okay, 28% said terrible, 206 votes. And what's crazy about this is like the terribles really came in It's like the underdog story because it was like towards the end.
Yeah.
I'd say probably about the last 50 votes or so, but but definitely a lot of people seem to be favoring that okay mark, which is kind of where I fall because I see the okay mark falling in that kind of 4 to 6 range, you know, whereas good is that like, you know, 7 to 9, and then awesome is like, oh, this is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
So if you guys in the chat didn't vote in that poll or want to just throw your opinions down again, let us know. Where do you fall? Awesome, good, okay, terrible with the Acolyte. Love to hear it. And speaking of you guys in the chat, let's go ahead and catch up with some of you guys. Thank you all for being here, by the way. Tyler Grubbs, appreciate it. You can hear us now. By the way, just please let us know how it's sounding because we really we are noobs to the streaming thing. So this is all very different to us. Rafe would have his nose down like he did for Voldemort.
It's perfect. True. Yeah.
Keep Plagueis a puppet or CGI. That's tough. I don't know. What would you like to see?
I think it would probably be wise. Like what they do for Cad Bane.
Ooh, he was all prosthetic.
Like he was like a mix, right? His eyes were CGI, wasn't he? Weren't they?
I don't think so. I think he was entirely. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've watched that behind the scenes, but I'm pretty sure he was entirely prosthetic.
I don't know then. I was going to say that it would be kind of cool if he looked like that, but at the same time, like if he's the only CGI thing, like Thanos looked great because he pretty much was like, yes, there were other like things that weren't there, but I mean like in his shots, but like mainly he was the main CGI thing, and he like Gollum. That's another good example. Like if it's like that, where I think
they really hone in on like that one character.
Yes,
you know. No, I'm with you. That could be.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. CGI doesn't have to be a bad thing.
Yes.
Uvana Kedavra.
Exactly. Uvana Kedavra.
Grayson S here from MORTISFM. Thanks for being here, buddy. KDO, Ian's Palpatine is the dramatic campy guy, and Plagueis could just be 100% deadpan.
Yeah.
I think that could work, but I think that some people would not get that, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? I think that'd be tough. I'd be interested to see that.
I was going to say, you're going to have to see Palpatine grow into that person. That like, he's just kind of a little punk when we first meet him in the book.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep.
He's gonna have to grow into, you know, Sheev Palpatine.
Baronessa, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Darth Basil remains. Indeed he does.
Yeah.
Hello there, guys from the Galactic Cantina. Well, hello there. Oh, my chat just skipped all the way down. So, Gary Clarkson, team okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I'm falling to. Metroplex, good afternoon, guys. Well, good afternoon to you too. Super True 2. It's good.
Yeah.
Okay-ish from David O'Shea. Okay from Alan DCG. Team good for KDO. Cassian Anvor. Oh yeah, I just got a notification from Yakface for the Black Series. Game Informer used to be so good. Yes, indeed, he did. And my chat is bugging out a little bit. I apologize. I'm not sure what's. You guys are just you're lighting me up here. It's bugging out my chat application. Galactic Cantina says, I picked okay. I feel like they delivered on some areas like the fighting and the visuals, but the main thing about the show, Osha and May, was the weak point. And yeah, and that's, I think, where a lot of us kind of came down on. And what I find interesting while looking at the discourse of the show is I think everybody sort of agrees on that for the most part. It's how much that bothers you, I think, is how you fall on that slider of if it's really good or if it's not so good. Basil became the worst part for me. I just can't wrap my head around his actions. It's so funny. Did anyone hate the slow-mo usage in the Acolyte? Honestly, I didn't until you just mentioned that. I guess I didn't really commit that to memory. I mean, I can think about the moments that they did it now, but
yeah. I mean, I think it was just a product of what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I hate it or not. The one that really stands out to me was the one in the final episode. And
when they jump.
Yes. And personally, I was okay with that because I could explain it away.
Yeah. That was the one that kind of I fell on too.
Yeah. As opposed, like, I think the slow-mo didn't bother me as much as like the wire foo. I felt
Yeah,
like
and
the
that's
Jedi still don't like need to look. They aren't weightless. If that makes
and
sense.
I get that's a stylistic choice, right?
Yeah.
Like some people really like that, like that kind of Crouching Tiger vibe. Me personally, I was expecting not to like that, and I came out really enjoying that aspect of the show.
Okay.
I kind of dug that.
Mm-hmm.
Again, just me personally.
Yeah.
But hey, let's get right into the good, bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
Got a little graphic here. So the way this is going to work, we're going to pull up just like an element of the show, right? Like I mentioned earlier, and then we will just kind of discuss our, like where we fall on that. Right. And
did you see that person right there?
What?
Super true to you. This is the first ever Star Wars anything I assume that is supposed to say ever watched the movies, the shows. So it's been a fun ride to me. Is the Acolyte really the first thing you've ever seen?
That's cool. I love that. And
yeah.
That's a great.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh wow. That is cool. Like,
Yeah.
What are you going to watch next? Or do you want to watch more? Or are you like, no, I'm only going to wait till Acolyte season 2. I'm sorry. I'm really curious now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a good point. Like I like that you commented this because a lot of people, I imagine a lot of people are like you. They're going to be getting their first dose of Star Wars with the Acolyte. And now
I watched A New Hope today. Did you like it? I'm sorry. I gotta know. And then I'll leave you alone. Did you like it? Or were you not into it?
We gotta wait. Now we gotta wait.
I'm curious now that I'm sorry. Yeah.
Time to nerd out.
Yeah. I'm just curious.
Only gets better from there. From the Black Canteen.
Yeah.
Yes, really liked it.
Okay, awesome. Okay, all right. That's wild. Okay, well, I hope you continue on with them.
Yeah. I think the Acolyte can be a fun starting point.
Yeah,
because it's so disconnected.
The beginning.
It's so disconnected.
Yes,
from everything else.
Okay. That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, we just really blew Seth's mind there.
It did. I don't know. I mean, because. I have got 1,000 questions. It's fine. It's fine.
You just have to send Seth a DM or me a DM after the show.
Yeah,
I guess we're gonna have to know. We have to know your journey.
Yeah.
So before we get right into the individual elements, Seth, now that you sat on it for a week, hit me with like a sort of 1 minute review-esque of the Acolyte in its entirety.
So I like the idea of the Acolyte. I think that I think what really, really hurts the Acolyte is the storytelling devices that they chose to use. So if they just wouldn't have done those flashbacks episode, like in the flashbacks were like they took up an entire episode and they were like trying to be coy with questions and be like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen. If they would just thrown that out the window, I think that would have helped their pace so much more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The fighting's cool. I think that like we got a heck of a villain out of it. So, and then, it made Plagueis canon and made him a moon as well. So, so yeah, I mean, like, there's my 1 minute review. That at the very least, we got another cool villain, and then Plagueis is now he is in canon. He is a moon. He's not just a stupid picture that's in a book, or it's just a guy with a hood and some scary eyes. That
no, I get you.
So yeah, I also this is something. It was cool to see a force repulse used in a fight.
Yeah,
because. That's just something that like that reminds you of like that old Republic fighting style. Because like thinking about that, like Anakin and Obi-Wan didn't do that.
Yeah, it reminded me of the Force Unleashed. It's like you always hear this argument about Starkiller, like he can't come into canon because he's too powerful.
Yeah,
and I think that argument does hold water a little bit. But it's nice to see some of those things make their way into canon in a way that feels natural and feels like it works. Because Soul's a guy that's at the top of his game. Yeah, he should be able to do stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
And then again, just seeing it within a fight, like it's not just a crazy sword fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you got?
Django. I keep seeing the notifications from Yak Face, but I can't look at them. So quit teasing me with the Black Series reveals. I think Hasbro's doing their panel at SDCC right now. So 1 minute review from me, kind of going through. I really tried to. I wanted to binge the show leading up to our stream today, but I didn't have time. But I really tried to think about the trajectory of the show, and I think that all the way up leading to 5, like 1 through 5, I was really having a lot of fun. Yeah, we had a little bit of a trip up in 3, but I was still having a pretty good time. Mm-hmm. And I still like a lot of what's going on in the rest of the show. I think that, forgive me, I don't recall exactly who mentioned it in the chat, but the Mayanosha, it's just, that's my problem with the show. And that goes back to the flashbacks. That goes back to everything. So it's like, it goes back, it's pacing and it's Mayanosha. That's the trick. And everything else I kind of dig. I love the fighting. I like the other characters. I found myself actually really liking Vernestra. I didn't like her at the beginning of the season. I didn't think I was going to like her by the end of the season, but now I'm kind of hooked on her story. I want to know where she goes.
Yeah.
I like this idea of what they set up with the Senate and with this, the snowball of corruption that they had going on. Mm-hmm. I like Qimir. I like where Plagueis is going. I like all this stuff. It's really cool.
Well, now we see the path to Palpatine.
Yeah. Now we're starting to see those kind of breadcrumbs. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay. And it's just interesting that the one thing that the show fumbles is the main character. It's like, it's odd. And it's a bummer because like we've talked about this forever, but it's like Star Wars for us is a lot more about characters than anything else. Yeah. And when you fumble the characters, it's kind of hard to latch on to a story. Mm-hmm. But yeah. So there you go. 1 minute review. Man, you guys are going crazy here. I love it. Welcome to the universe. Super true to you from H1 Buxton. Yes. Welcome. Yes. Welcome to that galaxy far, far away. We're happy to have you. I like this. Phantom Menace might be boring the first time around, but really listen to what they're saying. That's true. There's a lot of just great, good dialogue, world building in Phantom Menace. Mm-hmm. A lot of people give George, the hard time for the dialogue, but I've always loved it in the prequels. Yeah, see right here, like from Fabian here, Fabian. I don't think there was one line of dialogue that I liked. I read that wrong when I previewed this. So you're talking about the Acolyte. I thought you were about to talk about the Phantom Menace, but no, I actually somewhat agree with this, I guess. Most of the acting was atrocious with the actors that played Sol and Qimir. There's way too much slow-mo in the action scenes. Oh man, I actually disagree. I think that Sol and Qimir were terrific. Lee Jung-jae and
Manny.
Yeah, Manny Jacinto. Mm-hmm. I thought they were excellent. I thought most of the acting was really good. Most of the dialogue landed for me in the show, with the exception, it just keeps popping up in my head when, and it's in the 5th episode when Sol and Qimir are fighting, mm-hmm. and he says, Sol says something to the effect of like, "Hey, will you take that helmet off?" And he's like, "So you can read my thoughts?" No. Like, why'd you say it like that? Like, why are you hamming it up, Qimir? That's so weird.
I mean, he is a Sith Lord.
Yeah, but he doesn't talk like that anymore. Yeah. Like that's the only time he talks like that. It's so bizarre to me.
Yeah.
But I meant to say that they did a good job with their acting. I think that they were parts. They were the best part.
Yeah.
And we talked about this in our other episodes. I think that really Amandla did a good job, other than having to act off herself, which that's a tough job anyway.
Yeah, it is.
Stop it, Django. Imperial Armored Commando for TBS. Teasing me with more of the Black Series reveals from SDCC. Okay, going right into the first one. Might as well get right into this. The villains. The good, bad, and the ugly for the Acolyte.
Yes.
So we got a few. So I find this interesting in some of the articles. So a lot of articles came out for this show. That was another sort of thing. That was another piece of this that I found bizarre to this show, is like we had an interview after every episode, which is weird.
Yeah.
And according to Leslie, the main villain of the show was Sol.
From a certain point of view.
yeah, I know. But that's how it was written. And I find that kind of fascinating.
Yeah. Well, she wanted to like paint the Jedi in a different light, didn't she? Like,
I don't know.
That was kind of the whole.
I find her, just from reading her interviews, I respect Leslie as an artist, but I do find her storytelling motivations to be a little confusing reading the articles. And maybe it's because they seem to clash with what we saw on screen. At least that's my opinion. That, and she gives away a lot. So speaking of the villains, Plagueis.
Yeah.
She had mentioned he was always in the script from day one. That was always, and she reveals in an EW article from last week that he is in fact Qimir's master. And we were all speculating like a bunch of different things, and And I'm left thinking, you remember after TFA, that 2-year stretch where you had all that time thinking about who was Snoke, where are we going with Kylo Ren, what's happening here? Not a peep from Star Wars.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. It was awesome.
It was great. Star Wars YouTube was born from that, right?
Yes.
The fandom was united. We talked about this, right?
Yeah.
Everything was kind of united in this way.
Theory crafting at its finest.
And so it's kind of I will say it is sort of a bummer. And it's not because we are quote unquote YouTubers. That's not it. It's not that we got our speculation wrong. I don't care if we get our speculation wrong.
Yeah.
It's that I think that takes out the water cooler aspect of the show when you just come out and just say it, you know? Like, okay, you reveal this mysterious character, intentionally mysterious, and then in an article the next day say, yeah, that's his master, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Yeah. We're going to see more about him. And by the way, she also said this, by the way, the Osha and Qimir, it's kind of fun that they're going to die, right?
Yeah.
Because like they can't live.
It's doomed lovers. Yeah. Why you guys say this?
Can we leave a little bit to the imagination?
Yeah. Why you guys say that?
I found that strange.
Yeah.
So, yes.
So the villains.
So we just talked about Plagueis. I mean, he's in there briefly. I don't know if we can really call him a villain, but but I mean, really, the big guy we got to talk about.
Pulling the strings.
Qimir.
Yeah. What about him? He's the best part of the show.
100%.
Easily.
Best part.
Even when he was being a dork in the second episode.
I love that.
I thought he was great.
I love that.
Yes.
I saw a clip that was floating around on Twitter that was like, how did this guy end up, it was juxtaposing his clip when they first arrive on Kofar, and he like bumps into that barrel and knocks it down. He's like, hey, May, when are we going to, are we ready to go? and he's like got the lightsaber to her head.
Yeah.
Like, this is the same dude.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's awesome.
I love that. I think that's great.
No, I am, if anything, he is the high point for me.
Yeah.
That,
I mean, you pointed out in our episode, but he kind of played the Yoda part where he's playing the fool. Yeah. And then he's this super powerful Force user. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. Love that. So good, bad, or ugly. Oh, he ain't ugly, I'll tell you.
No, that is true. That is, swooning over here. My goodness.
He gets a good from me.
100%. Yeah. Oh yeah. He's a good. Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Even though he's bad. Yeah. He's good. He's good. I love your Qimir impression, by the way. Yeah. Just so you know, I like, hey, May, where are we going? Like,
that's what he sounds like.
I know. I love it. I just think that you do a really fun impression of him. Yeah.
I just think he sounds like a dork. So,
hey.
Oh, the Galactic Cantina. Welcome to Padawan.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you so much for becoming a member. We really appreciate that. Hey, since you just became a member, we put out a video yesterday because Tony, Star Wars Seth 66, requested a member perk. And I'm just saying, just because you just became a member, just go check out that video. It's a 2-minute long video when you get a chance. I promise, those of you who aren't members, you're not missing anything, but it is kind of funny. Yes, Qimir is for sure in the good category. Oh, yeah. 100%. 100%. Oh, yeah. Okay. With the cameo of Plagueis in episode 8, with Qimir's Freudian slip answer was thinking about Plagueis when May's talking about the stranger. Yeah, maybe. I've heard people say that, like when they're talking about the master, they're really talking about Plagueis. Could be, for sure. Joe MCat, I think this is where Leslie is underappreciated. You can see her philosophy and understanding of how unbalanced Jedi can be self-righteous and soul. The storytelling takes away from how good it is. For sure, she's got great ideas. There's no doubt about it. Like
this is a good story. It's just how it was like executed. Yeah, I think that like that is the issue. It's like, and also I would change a couple details.
Yeah.
We got to get rid of that homesickness. There's got to be just something better.
Yeah.
There's got to like...
It's character motivations, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, like, we just got to change a couple things.
We mentioned this last week, but it's really, it's like you have a lot of really solid ingredients. It's just, it wasn't cooked right.
Yeah.
You know?
I gotcha. Microwaved.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid it, but
why?
You got there.
Why?
You got there. Here, real quick, I got to fix this.
Fix what? What's wrong?
I can only see like half your face, and it's like
freaking you out.
It's screwing with me.
Gotcha. Okay, freaking you out. I gotcha.
Just saw this. There you go. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there, Joe M. Cat. He caught on the pizza rolls.
Nailed it.
Indeed, we've been getting the room temperature pizza. Okay, everybody's
room temperature.
There we
go. Ew.
Hey, I'm not above that. You know,
a room temperature pizza roll.
I'm not above that. They've been cooked, and you've had to set them out.
For how long?
Depends.
At what point do you stop? Do you just not come back to them? A whole night?
Oh yeah, probably. I mean, that's
next morning pizza rolls have been sitting out all night.
That's the line, probably.
Okay, all right. Yeah. I was just curious. Okay. Dang.
Okay, next one. Good, bad, and the ugly. Bum 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 bum. Music. I wasn't so hot on the music at the start.
Yeah.
I will say it grew on me.
Mm-hmm.
It grew on me. We got other people that got them. You're getting distracted.
What I do? Are I being distracting?
No, you said you guys said you.
What I do? Distracted. I didn't do anything. Look at that. You see that bottom one? Look at that. They just sat and thought out. That's the one. Could you imagine?
Oh man, Quinlan here with the oof. I wouldn't be. I'm not going to be that harsh.
That's tough.
That's
yeah.
Pizza rolls in the air fryer. See, Greg knows what's up. What's up. Gosh. Every week people are going to unsubscribe because of the pizza roll talk. They'll be like, what is the deal here, guys?
It's true.
We're just trying hard for that Totino sponsorship. One of these days, you're going to see it up in that corner and you're going to know we made it.
It's true. Yeah.
Can you imagine?
They were Beyond the Dune Sea brought to you by Totino's.
Just man, that's the dream, right? Just us playing a game of Galactic Conquest on a CRT.
Hey boys, so you hungry?
Dude, that's the commercial right
that's
there. That's the pitch.
Yeah.
Gosh, if anybody knows, the rep over there at Totino's, hit us up.
Yeah. Hey, check out that one. Check out David's comment.
I come here specifically for the pizza roll Discord. Hey, man, this is what I'm talking about. Don't sell out. Hey, thank you, Daybreaker.
Appreciate that.
That's right. We're gonna make our own. That's why the merch has taken so long. Okay,
because we're trying to perfect a pizza roll recipe.
We're in the kitchen. Okay,
we're trying to cook.
We're trying to get. You're gonna see it. It's gonna be.
Dude, there's an episode for you. I'm gonna make something. We're gonna do an episode where I'm gonna make us pizza rolls one episode.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
Man, you're just getting a peek behind the curtains.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Hawaiian pizza rolls glazed in ketchup. You joke, but I love Hawaiian pizza. I'm not so much on ketchup.
Yeah.
But
did you see Metroplex's asylum? Did you see that right above it? Right above. There you go.
Pizza roll tier list win. Don't tempt me with a good time.
I was about to say, my goodness.
Because I'd be down for that. Hey, gotcha. Michael Kramer. Hey, saw your super chat, by the way. We shouted you out at the beginning. Once again, thank you so much, buddy. Mm-hmm. Really appreciate that. And happy you're here.
Yeah.
Love Hawaiian pizza, man of culture. Appreciate that. Hey, while we're on this tangent, how do we feel about pineapple on pizza?
Me?
Let's have a real talk here. Yeah, be a man. Just tell me what you think.
Nah, not my thing.
No?
What?
Don't let the mob get to you. What do you really think?
Here, guys. Let's just talk. I guess it's probably time that they know that I eat like an infant. Like I'm that guy that you make fun of me all the time about dino nuggies. And it is a fact. I don't eat a wide variety of food. It's so sorry that I would not be ordering Hawaiian pizza. We could get it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and the chat's loving it.
Yeah,
they're loving Hawaiian pizza. That's good. You guys can enjoy Hawaiian pizza. Listen, I'm not going to shame you by any chance.
I got to speak my truth.
You have to speak your truth.
I got to speak it right here.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? I'm ready. If we're going to get You know what my order is every time we order pizza?
Yeah.
2 toppings.
2 toppings.
Pineapple.
Yeah.
And mushroom.
Really?
That's it.
Okay.
I know it's bizarre.
Yeah.
But that's just, that's just how it is. That's how it is. I'm just,
That's wild. That's wild.
Dino Nuggies pizza rolls will be on the Dune Sea special. Hey, you guys. Oh, bad order, immediate jail. See, I knew persecution would come.
Katie and I can hang out
after I said so.
Right.
You
guys can enjoy your stuff. Katie and I'll.
I was trying to come out.
We'll just sit in the corner and we'll just enjoy a nice sausage and pepperoni.
I was trying to come out here and be just vulnerable and real with you guys.
Yeah,
and here we are.
I put my soul out there.
Yeah,
they now know that my Dino Nuggie secret.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Anakin would take pineapple on his pizza. He would.
Would he though?
He would.
Would he though?
He's that kind of guy.
Would he be like,
Absolutely.
Would he take a bite of it and be like, now this is pod racing?
Pineapple on pizza is a hotter take than the Acolyte is good. Seth, mac and cheese with hot dog slices. Yeah.
It's not that bad. Oh, stop that. You know what I eat. It's not that bad. Gosh.
It's got so off the rail. Whoa, wait a minute. Can't beat this. I like salmon with egg noodles and ketchup. You know what? I'm not going to. I have some odd food tastes.
I'm not going to knock anybody. My goodness. I told you earlier, earlier today, what my favorite food is.
Yeah, you did.
You and I had like a heart-to-heart about garlic bread earlier
we
today.
did. We had a long conversation about garlic bread.
We talked about garlic bread.
We did.
So there you go. We both love garlic bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't our show about Star Wars?
It is.
What we're talking about? Hey, music. The music for the Acolyte.
Well, this is why we're doing this. So we can just hang out and chit chat. Goodness.
Oh goodness. All right.
Konnor's bravery will be his undoing.
Hey, be nice to me. What's wrong with you guys? All right, music. What'd you think?
I don't think it was standing out very much when it wasn't mimicking something we knew. I hate to say that, but I think that it's like shooting from the hip. Like, I'm not going to call it ugly, but I can't call it good either.
Okay.
Yeah.
And to be clear, bad is like, there's like a category in between.
It's mid.
Yeah. It's just more of a catchy name.
Yeah.
The music, this is.
What about that? Oh, there you go. 3 Up from H1.
Oh, okay.
Dude, that was a sleeper that I like. It wasn't very Star Wars.
I hated this.
Did you?
The song is fine. I didn't like.
I don't hate the song, but in the credits of a Star Wars show, no, thank you.
Yeah, that's exactly my thought. I actually thought that the track that plays at the very final scene of the show hits hard. When like Qimir grabs Osha's hand, you get a little violin.
Yeah,
and then the percussion and all the strings. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
And there were moments that really stood out. But then like Basil's theme, it's a fine track, but it really ruins the pace of that episode.
Yeah.
But so I think I'm with you. Like, I don't know that I could, it's not bad, but it's like not I wouldn't put it like with like Ludwig's tracks, or I think the Andor music is pretty good. I wouldn't put it up there with that.
Yeah.
Or Kenobi. Gosh, why am I spacing on her name? Composer for Kenobi, who also did Loki. She's great. I think that soundtrack is really good too.
When I'm thinking not Star Wars or like not John Williams, I'm always thinking like, how does it sound compared to Michael Giacchino? How he did Rogue One.
Too,
because what he did was he just took like almost unused tracks. Like he was just like, oh, there's like little bits of that in episode 4, and I'm going to work off that. Yeah. And I wish more people, I want people to have their creativity though too. But at the same time, I wish that there would be more of that, where it's like using pieces of Star Wars.
Yeah.
I
think that part of the problem is like a lot of things in the show, it kind of felt like an identity crisis where did it want to be John Williams or did it not?
Yeah.
Because we got that when it wasn't, I think when it was trying to be its own thing, it was doing something really cool. You could say that about a lot of the show. Yeah. When it was trying to do its own thing, it was successful at it. So in that very final scene, I really like that.
Yeah.
With the violin and the percussion, very good. And yeah, when it's playing the hits, that's fine too. I like that. But then otherwise, it kind of just blends in with the background. It kind of felt like video game music, where a lot of video game music is kind of designed to just kind of be there.
Yeah.
Now, at times, it's not like a good boss music. You know, it's really meant to invigorate you.
Like the Sephiroth theme from Final Fantasy.
I've unfortunately never played the Final Fantasy.
The final boss music.
I know that that music. I know that music is terrific, though.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Natalie Holt, thank you. That's the composer. Thank you. Yes, she is excellent. I think. She did a great job with Loki and did a great job with Kenobi. I get the Inquisitor theme stuck in my head sometimes.
Yeah.
Don't. I think it's great.
Yeah.
I love that. Power of Many, without a doubt. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. It's like,
you got to go up a couple more, because that's about keep going up.
Yub Nub? What
it was right there, KDO, right there. That was what started.
Which is worse, the Power of Many, Chant, or Yub Nub? I mean, Power of Many is pretty bad. The problem is like Yub Nub is meant to be silly.
Yeah.
Whereas the Power of Many Chant is meant to be this like sort of empowering, weird. Like, it's supposed to be this like really strong thing.
And it kind of came out silly.
It sounds awkward.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's seen that clip of Darth Vader with Luke.
Yes, where he's
like, Luke, you don't know the power of one, the power of two. And it's in his voice, like he's like AI, the power of many. It's so funny.
Jumps.
Luke just jumps. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yep, that's kind of where I'm sitting with it.
Yep.
Imagine if the show Into a Jedi rocks. Man, it'd be jumping up my ranking a little bit.
I hate to break it to you. Jedi rocks.
It does.
In my humble opinion.
The song rocks. I don't like the scene, though.
You don't like the singing either?
No, I don't like the scene.
Why?
It's that one shot of the alien, like where
he slides in?
No, it's like where her mouth like goes toward the camera and like a horn. I don't know. It's like that shot is so cringe to me. It's hard to watch.
I gotcha.
Okay, next one. The story. Now, this is not the script. Do we have a separate one for that?
I'm aware. I think shooting from the hip, it's a good story. How we got there?
The script? Yeah.
No thanks.
Yep.
But I like the idea of some Jedi finding a coven of witches. They find, quote, we're going to call them a dyad. I don't know, whatever they are. Yes, that they're two halves to a whole of some person, and they feel like they need to be involved. And things go south. And that sort of thing. Yeah.
I'm with you guys. So you guys in the chat, even the guy, especially you guys out there who didn't like the Acolyte. So what we're asking here, don't think about the script. Think about like if somebody gave you this show, like an outline, like, hey, this is what happened. Where would you sit on it? Because me personally, I'm with Seth. I'm like, I think it's a pretty cool idea.
Yeah.
I really like this story. I think there's a lot of great ideas here. So I would put this in good.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the better aspects, which is what makes me interested in a season 2.
Yeah.
Like if they can refine the story or the writing, then I think there's a lot of places we can go.
And there's plenty of shows that have a rough first season.
Yeah.
Parks and Rec, Buffy. I'm trying to think of a third. What's a third that also?
I mean, Clone Wars does, but that's more of a production thing.
Yeah.
It's less so of a writing thing.
Yeah. So,
seems like a lot of you guys are kind of agreeing to, Alan and I are the two fans that like it for its potential. Did I miss something here? Like what? Like the Acolyte or like? I think I missed something in the chat.
Keep going back up.
What's it?
Going up. Someone joined too.
Schechter. Yes. Made the point last week of how it broke it down into bullet points. I think it sounds great in the actual show though. Yeah. And that's kind of what we're getting at here with the story.
Go back up. Go back up. Go back up. Stop.
What am I missing?
Go back down a little bit. Back down. Keep going down.
Hey, Blade of Merit.
Yeah, that's who I'm looking for.
New to the show. Love the content, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
And by the way, I love your PFP there. That looks great.
That's cool looking.
Blade of Merrick. That's awesome.
Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh reference?
I think it's a Star Killer reference.
It could be too. But what if it's a Yu-Gi-Oh reference?
Could be both.
It could be.
Katie, I think she's clarifying here. I think we both like the show more than you two because we can appreciate the potential and overlook some of the clunkiness and execution. And see, this is what I was getting at earlier, where it's like, I think that it's where you fall on that slider. Like a lot of people, I think, agree on some of the problems, but it's like, how much does that affect your overall ability to enjoy the show? It's interesting because with Kenobi, I actually fall more in line with like how Katie's perspective. I recognize Kenobi has some of its issues, but its positives far outweigh a lot of those for me. And I unironically love that show.
Yeah.
You guys know this. So
yeah, it's your favorite.
And that's why it's like, guys, if you love the show, like love the show, you know, like our friend who was in here earlier, that was the first thing they'd seen.
Yeah.
That's great. Galen Merrick. Yeah. See, wasn't a Yu-Gi-Oh! Reference.
Okay. All right.
Was it Merrick Ishtar?
It could be.
Merrick Ishtar.
Exactly.
All right. Next up. I think we know where we're going to fall on this one. Choreography.
Thought it was good. Yeah.
I mean,
overall, the show was at its best when characters were fighting each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's even more impressive is it wasn't just when they were slinging lightsabers at each other. Like the hand-to-hand combat was great too.
Yeah. I really like that part where May's trying to hurt Osha, or where May is trying to hurt Soul in the second episode. Yes. He's just like doing his like crazy lightsaber dodge thingy, like, or his Jedi dodge thingy.
It's great.
Yeah.
There was something I was thinking about with the first episode, that fight between May and Indara. You've mentioned a lot how like in George's Star Wars, he's really good at telegraphing the environments, right? Especially that Return of the Jedi fight.
Yeah.
When you're introduced to that room in the throne room, you know exactly the layout. You know how all that is, right? And you know where the characters are when they're moving, you know when they're under the stairs, when they're up on top of those, you know, weird things, you know, when Luke jumps in there.
Yeah, and then Vader. That's the only weird part.
Yeah.
Is that he's inside that thing and then Vader tries to
the environment.
Yeah.
I think that first episode does a great job of that. It kind of felt kind of George Lucas-esque in terms of
mapping it.
Yeah. Because I like how they start there on the bottom and then they move up into the rafters and they kind of move back down.
Yeah.
It's good. I like that. So, I mean, don't think that we're going to disagree on this one.
No.
What do you guys think? Does anybody really disagree that this is not going to go in good? The details on the first attempt against Torben, you can see how the knuckles crash against the force bubble. Really good. Yeah. There's some, honestly, I should have put this in here. I don't know why I didn't, but visual effects also could go in good. I thought they looked pretty stellar. For
the most part, some of the ships looked rough.
I know I disagree with you.
Some of those looked horrible. Horrible.
Teach their own.
But granted, a lot of it probably went into that last episode where they were flying through the rings of the planet, because that all looked really good.
Real quick, Reese's Pieces here says the Jedi dodge thingy was very Kill Bill. Did you guys ever hear what Leslie said? She wanted the show to be Frozen meets Kill Bill.
There you go.
I always thought that was interesting.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I thought the effects looked great for the most part. My only critique with the effects, and I think this is more of a stylistic choice, is how those lightsabers looked.
Yeah. It's ugly.
Yeah. I like how they look so dull.
They flicker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Characters. This one's tough. Let's list the characters we like first.
Yord.
Yord goes to the bottom of the list.
No, Yord's the best.
I know I was
Yord went out like he was a player.
Yeah. He
did it.
With the whole context of the show, he's all right. I still hate his yellow lightsaber, but he's pretty good. I thought that obviously Soul, Qimir, they're great. Vernestra, I thought ended up being really good. Rayancourt, fun character, fun introduction. We only got like one scene with him, but he was great.
Yeah.
All the Jedi pretty much were really fun. Not really a character I didn't like. Really,
what about what's his face? Mog.
I didn't like Mog, I will say. Vernestra's Padawan.
Yeah. What about Basil?
Whoever. Also didn't like Basil.
I'm just making sure.
Fair enough. No,
I don't want you coming out here and going, overall I liked everybody. No way. Not on my watch.
Everyone but Basil and Osha and May, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
May, because I don't understand
the moms?
her. They're fine.
Okay. Just making sure.
Anastasia she's difficult for me because it's one of those instances where she is so contradictory and so wishy-washy, but it's like, does the show want me to think that?
Yeah.
And I don't think that makes her a bad character. I think that just makes her a bad person.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'd go that extreme per se, but she does antagonize the Jedi and at crucial points where she could have de-escalated situations and doesn't. Now, also, Soul and the Jedi could have de-escalated too, but like it's one of those everybody's at fault situations.
Yeah.
Coral also was kind of a fun character introduction.
Yeah.
She kind of just leaves and we don't hear from her again.
Well, we know where she's going to end up.
Yeah, I know. Leslie told us exactly what happens to her.
Don't worry. There's always a spot on Dathomir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May started out interesting and then kind of went out too.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't know her what her deal was going forward.
Yeah.
And Osha was sort of, I didn't know her deal the whole story really. Yeah. But yeah, Babu Frick would have slapped in this show.
He would have.
We need
figuratively and literally.
KDO. I like Mog because it was the first time we saw a Jedi that was a massive dweeb. You know, I think that's funny, but also it does come into question, like, do the Jedi not have standards? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was a couple Jedi where I was like, how did you become a Jedi?
Yeah.
Like some of the background characters.
It's true.
Babu freaking on.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay. Easy one here. A little more costumes.
I dug how the different Jedi had different uniforms.
Okay.
Yeah.
I liked it too.
Yeah.
I thought all the costumes looked good. I really like Qimir's silhouette.
Yes.
His helmet. Cortez's
I like
helmet.
too that like when he took off his little like I don't know, his poncho thing. Like I liked his like cross cut thing.
Yeah. His
sleeveless. Yeah, he looked very Star Killer.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that goes in good for me. With that production design. I think for the most part, I really like the production design of this show. There were sometimes it looked kind of CW-esque.
Yeah.
So I don't know that I could go good.
No.
But it's not bad.
You mean it's not ugly?
It's not ugly. It's kind of mid.
Yeah, it is mid.
It needs to be the good, the mid, and the ugly. Maybe I need to change this for next time.
Yeah.
Okay. And then just a couple more. The script. We don't need to beat a dead horse here. Ugly or bad? Ugly. Yeah. Another one that you guys know how we're going to say. Pacing.
Bleh.
These were all ones we used for Ahsoka, by the way. I didn't cherry pick these just for this episode.
Bleh.
Yep. And last one. This one maybe will be kind of fun. The use of legacy characters. We really only have, we have three. We have to Ki-Adi-Mundi.
Yes.
Plagueis.
Yes.
Yoda.
Yes.
I think one of those works. One works, one I don't care about, and one I think I hate.
Who do you hate?
I don't like Yoda being in this show.
Why?
I think we talked about it last week. I think he's a dangling keys thing. He just feels pointless.
I don't know.
It feels like a pointless cameo.
Okay.
Pointless fan service.
Okay. Well, you don't know.
Well, coming from me, like for me to call it fan service, like that's
the other thing too is, aren't you interested with where Vernestra, like you care about that character? So don't you care that like she's going to have a talk with the man?
Yeah. But just show me that next season. I just don't like this MCU post-credit scene.
Gotcha.
Let me see Yoda.
Just the back of his head.
As a commercial for season 2. I just think that's super lame.
Gotcha. What about Plagueis? Did you like that?
Yeah, he's the one I liked.
Okay. And Ki-Adi-Mundi, what about him?
I don't care. He's fine.
Okay.
I mean, he got the internet up in an uproar.
Who does? Him? Or you?
No, he got the internet up in an uproar.
It's true. I guess it got people talking about the show, right?
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I thought for the most part they were all fine. I don't really care that Ki-Adi-Mundi was there. There you go, Ki-Adi liar. Like I don't really care. Again, if anything, it got Plagueis into canon, so that's sick. It also shows that Vernestra actually, I like that Yoda was there because it at least shows that the council does exist and that like there is the potential for that in this show. It's not like, kind of like how Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Did you ever watch that? Where it's like,
no, but I know
when that came out, it was like, anybody could show up any week. And it's like, well, we're actually doing Captain America's laundry and here's a shield. And we see like his back. Like,
so that excites you because it's like, oh, anybody could show up.
Anybody actually could show up now.
Okay.
And especially the heavy hitters could show up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
See,
so that's why I kind of like that.
Star Wars TV has already proved that with Luke. Like they already let that out of the bag.
Yeah.
So I just from a pure story perspective, I think it took all the wind out of the narrative sails that they were trying to do with OSHA and Qimir.
Yeah.
Just by being like, Master, we need to talk.
Yeah.
Yoda. It's like, wow, that was really on the nose, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really didn't care for it.
Okay.
But that's me personally. So where would you put legacy characters? Good, bad, or ugly? I'd put it in bad. Just because I think it's like in the mix. I don't know.
Yeah. It's somewhere between good and bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of with you right there. How did Yoda not sense anything? Okay. I'm glad somebody brought this up. A lot of people mention this.
Now you've done it.
No. Skylar, I appreciated the comment here. So we've gotten a comment on a lot of our videos about this. Like, how did Yoda not sense anything about this?
Yeah.
He sensed Order 66 and all this. Yoda was meditating during that, first of all, like during Order 66, like during a war.
He wasn't meditating.
He was meditating.
He wasn't. He dropped his stick. That was the first time he heard it. Or
there was
his heart.
Okay.
Think about what Order 66.
Hold on.
There is a difference between 4 Jedi dying.
Yes.
And then the balance of the Force literally is shifted all at once.
Yeah.
That's why Yoda doesn't sense it.
Well, what I meant was like there's the scene right before that. Sorry.
It's okay.
Where you see Yoda is meditating in that little treehouse. I just infer that he is just when in his off time there, when Gree and his buddy is over there doing their own thing, Yoda's just in tune with the Force.
Yeah.
And obviously they're in the middle of a war. I think Yoda is more in tune. And yes, you're right. There is a huge difference between every Jedi dying.
Yeah.
It's like when Obi-Wan is approaching when they're on their way to Alderaan and it gets blown up.
Yeah.
And he feels it. It's because an entire planet died, right? Yes, 4 Jedi died. Just because it's a time of peace doesn't mean that no Jedi ever died.
Yeah.
I mean, in the Plagueis book, Jedi died all the time in that book. And it's not like Yoda was always like, now, wait a minute. No, they would research what would happen, and yes, Galactic Cantina is making a great point. Yoda didn't sense Palpatine either.
It's true. Well, the dark side of the Force is a cloud. I mean,
My ultimate point is that like Yoda is not an omniscient being. Mm-hmm. He's very powerful and he can sense a lot. Yeah. But I mean, the prequels ultimately are a story about how he doesn't sense the greatest threat right under his nose.
It's true. And then too, that like we've talked about this before, is like the Force isn't just like, hey, what's going on? Like all you can kind of do is ride that wave and like whatever, because the Force is a living, breathing thing itself. Yep. So it's all the Jedi can do is kind of tap into it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
We got a question. I'm curious about this above that.
From this one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, we'll do that one. Yeah.
My question from Gwendolyn Voss is why would they even have Ki-Adi-Mundi in the show in the first place? I seriously don't understand why they did that. So according to the writer of that episode, it was originally scripted as Yoda, but he was not tech ready. What I find fascinating about that, now that we have the full context of the show and Yoda was in it at the very end.
Yeah, but it was the back of his head. It was probably just a puppet.
Yeah, but I either imagine that they didn't have full text available or Frank Oz was not available.
Yeah.
I think Yoda would have been way more problematic in that scene.
Yes. People would have lost it.
Yeah.
If Yoda was just hanging out.
Mundi being in the scene is kind of just, I fall on pointless cameo territory. It's more of just like a tip of the hat. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, it's a guy,
Yeah.
He doesn't hear anything about Sith. He doesn't see anything about red lightsabers. As far as he knows, it's just a fallen Jedi was trained an assassin and they need to deal with that.
Because that's what they say. Yeah.
And
because I mean, at this point, they almost forget like even what Sith are.
Yeah. And you need to remember, by the way, when he says his line later in The Phantom Menace, he's wrong when he says the line, right? Yeah. Like about the Sith being extinct for a millennia.
Yeah.
He's wrong about that.
It's just what he learned in school.
So I think that maybe if their intention was anything in that scene, it was to further emphasize the folly of Mundi's line there. It's like, this guy is wrong here because he has become so enveloped in, he's an avatar for the Jedi's hubris.
Yeah.
And I think maybe it's a tip of the hat to that. Mm-hmm. But I do think it's sort of pointless. But if I'm to give them the benefit of the doubt, I think that's probably why.
There's a question above that one. Yeah.
This one, super true to you. It's a fun little alliteration there. I like that. So the Force, since I've only watched The Acolyte in A New Hope, is it kind of dependent on the person and how strong they are, or could anyone technically tap in and feel this?
Ooh.
Well.
Wow, I'm happy that you're here. Oh my gosh. Do you want to or do you want me to?
You seem a lot more excited.
I mean, I like the analogy that think of it as a door opening. Some people, the door is more open, but anybody can open the door. So
this is a lesson Luke teaches to one of his apprentices.
Yeah. And some Jedi, it comes very, very naturally to them. Other Jedi, like, I don't want to ruin anything for you because you haven't watched a lot. But I can tell you this, the Force didn't come naturally for Obi-Wan. He had to work at it. And that's why he became so good, is that it was, it was a challenge.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you have characters like Luke, who is a Skywalker, who you will come to find, the mighty Skywalker blood.
Yeah.
The Force comes very naturally to the Skywalkers, and that's why they're so dangerous and so powerful. Mm-hmm. But yeah, a character like Obi-Wan, he had to work at it, but he's also very powerful.
He is.
So it's all about the dedication and that the people.
But in theory, anybody can open the door.
Yes. A great question.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm excited for you to learn more.
Yeah.
So somebody, it's way up there in the chat. I think it might have been Katie, was asking about, like, where does the Acolyte fall on a tier list? That's a great question.
Yeah.
I just so happen to have.
How many of these you got laying around?
How many? Hey, do you recognize this one? This is our original one.
I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not anticipate this being so big that I cannot fit
you
both
can't even see it. Do you want me to hold it?
No,
I can hold it.
No, it's okay.
I can hold it. How are you going to do this?
Okay.
Here, I'll hold it.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, and you can talk about it. Lose my mic.
Oh, okay. Katie said, here, I'll answer Katie's question first. Whoop. Come on, pop up. No, that's not what I'm trying to get to pop up. How would you rank the lore it adds to the Star Wars canon? Did it? Seth, you can put that down for a minute.
Apparently my mic is really hot.
Your mic is really hot?
Yeah. One of ours is. Someone said it.
I'm trying to think about this question that Katie asked here. It didn't really add a ton of extra stuff lore-wise. I mean, the witches, but then we've had witches in Star Wars. We've had lightsaber whips since the 90s.
Yeah.
So was there anything truly unique to this show that it introduced? Cortosis, that's Legends.
Yeah.
The witches, I guess the power of one mini thing, that coven is new.
Yeah. I guess it broke another Virgins.
Yeah, but that's also not new.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we don't know. What it really did is it brought things from Legends into the actual canon. So I think that's like what was important with it. Okay. Yeah.
Where would you guys rank it? And what the thread? Okay, so the Galactic Cantina is saying the thread. Yeah, but again, like with the magic of the Night Sisters.
I was going to say they bring up the thread with Thrawn in Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a way of looking at the Force.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Daybreaker, he's splitting a soul into two bodies. I mean, I'm sure that it has something to do with the
dyad.
Yeah, the dyad.
I guess that's new. I guess that'd be the one big thing that's new. Where would I rank that?
I need to see where it goes.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, and I need to see where it goes. That's the other thing that I don't know how that's all, because we still don't know that answer yet on how she exactly did it. They used the virgins.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. New thing they added, Pringle can size lightsaber hilts. That's true.
That is a fact.
But I can't appreciate the reason behind it, needing the extra electronics and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's what we do too. When I rank Star Wars stuff, I take the average ranking of multiple categories, including how added to lore. Yeah. That's the old law of averages. That's what we throw in there too. So hey, bring that thing up.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, we still sounded good. These mics, we still good. Hey, Tales from Tosche Station popped in there. Good to see you. Okay, we got the old tier list in here. Read it and weep. This is the original tier list. And by the way, we did some of these things so dirty looking at this list. This is an old list. What? And you're seeing that the Bad Batch, there's a tear on there. That's because we removed Echo from the poster because he's no longer here. Yeah. So where does the Acolyte fall on this list? What do you guys think? What do you think, Seth?
Can't do it. You got it.
Here, hand the board back to me. I'll do it.
No, that's all right.
Say nobody can hear you because you pushed your mic away. Seth's gonna put it. Bottom of S. Yeah, okay.
Bottom of S tier. All right. Yeah. Where are we gonna put it? What are you thinking? Shoot from the hip.
I mean, this is tough because it's worse than the Book of Boba Fett. I think I'd put it, but I feel like D's too harsh. But then again, okay, if you guys remember how we did these tiers, D tier was like it actively took away from the story, and like the reason Book of Boba Fett is in D tier is because it took away from the Mandalorian story. Okay, so we got a lot of people in here.
Mandalorian took away from his story.
No. The Book of Boba Fett took away from the Mandalorian story.
Oh, because of like putting them back together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shooting from the hip, I unfortunately would go below Book of Boba Fett. But it's weird because I have Book of Boba Fett in D tier for different reasons. Put it in C tier. I'm feeling generous. Put it below my favorite movie. Django, you madman. Django has it between Rogue One and Andor. Wow. Hot take. Last Jedi is low on this list. No way Acolyte is C. Again, I'd probably put it in D, but I'd really have to think about it.
Someday we'll talk about the sequel trilogy. We'll really break it down.
Dude, I know. This is the one thing. Every time I look at our old list, we did the Phantom Menace dirty on that list.
Whatever, man. I'm happy with this list.
We did it dirty.
I'm happy with this. Yeah.
Okay, just for our new viewers that are tuning in, that list is all about law of averages. Okay,
it's true.
So go back to that tier list and watch it. We argued through things a lot.
We did.
So some things
go back and check that out.
Some things really hurt. So it's all about like things that are great have to be balanced with the things that are not so great.
Yeah.
But I still think that we did the Phantom Menace dirty in that list.
Sure.
Yeah, I probably come away with this. I just think that it's tough to place it. I don't know. It's so odd. King Andy, this is an interesting question. Do you make a distinction, I assume you mean, between George Lucas' Star Wars and Disney Star Wars? Will there come a point, some might argue it already happened, that the stories diverge or contradict too much? No, yes and no. I think that it's not so much that it's Disney Star Wars, it's that it's not the original creators' Star Wars.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't matter who took it over. It's always going to diverge.
Yeah.
If it's not the original guy's work.
And then the other thing though too is just like there's all kinds of craziness happening in the Star Wars canon that no one even talks about. Dude, the comic books are so wild right now.
Yeah.
Like they are unhinged. There's someone that looks like like Darth Vader is rolling around with someone that looks like a Space Marine from 40K. I am not joking. No one even talks about that.
I'm not a fan of what's going on in the comics currently, although
I'm excited for what could be coming.
Yes, they are ending the current run and they're going with a new run here pretty soon.
Yes. So, yeah, but to answer your question, Disney has the IP. Disney's creating things, so it's all together. I mean, it is what it is.
We've said it before. I think there is something about letting the IP go But also,
some things need to end.
Some things need to end, but also it's fun to talk about stuff. And I mean, it's fun to get together with you guys. And like we wouldn't be here if not for the new era of Star Wars.
It is true.
Right?
I was going to say, without Ahsoka, this wouldn't be a thing.
Yeah. So it's like, it's an odd sort of yin and yang thing. And that's not to say we don't like it. I love a lot of the Disney Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of it's great.
Yeah.
But
there's a lot of, but it's just like Legends that like, for every good legend story, I could find you 5 that are insane. Yeah. So that's the whole thing.
I don't like the term Disney Star Wars. I get it because it reminds me of Power Rangers, like you call it, like the Neo Saban era, the Saban era, you know.
Yeah. Disney era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just own it, but it's odd to contrast it with Lucas Star Wars versus Disney Star Wars because
Lucas only considers his movies and his shows.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying Legends. I'm saying that like Disney's not directing the movies.
Yeah.
Like Filoni is, Favreau is, Rian Johnson is, J.J. Abrams is.
Leslie is.
Yeah, Leslie is. All these people are directing Star Wars. So really you should be saying, is it like 21st Century Fox Star Wars versus Disney Star Wars if you want to use those monikers?
Yeah.
So that's why I don't like that phraseology because there's so many different artists who are involved here. And like some of them, I think really understand it more than others. Mm-hmm. But I like that there are a lot of people being able to take a crack at it.
Yeah.
Like, even if I end up not liking it, I like that there are people in here. I mean, a lot of people in this chat really like the Acolyte, and that's really cool. Yeah. Even if it's not for us. I mean, it's neat that all these different artists are able to do it under this umbrella. Now, I think that Disney makes some whack choices sometimes with the IP, and that's frustrating. I mean, we're talking about the comics. The comics are one example.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, Reese is here is making a great point. You know, thankfully Fox isn't driving that bandwagon. I mean, Fox isn't even around anymore.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, and then here, Quinlan asks a good question. If you could have 3 people that are in full control over Star Wars, who are you picking? I mean, Filoni's the obvious choice just because he knows it more intimately than anybody.
Yeah.
But I mean, the problem is no person is going to do it perfectly.
It's true.
There's going to be a scapegoat. People complained about George. People complain about Filoni. People complain about Kathleen Kennedy. People complain about everyone.
People didn't like the movies George was making too when they came out. It just took 10 years for people to start liking them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you, Skylar. Instead of season 2 for Acolyte, I think they should focus on the Sith. They should. Who would you like to see produce a project? Now, there's a fun question. Gosh. I know this would never happen, but Nolan would be fun. Christopher Nolan.
That'd be wild.
He did say, there was an interview with him. It was like a 60-second interview with him. And he was asked, like, would you want to direct a Star Wars project? And he just said, pass. He didn't want to answer the question.
Okay.
So
there's
hope. Maybe.
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think with all of these questions here in the chat, maybe it's time we officially move into the fan questions. What do you think?
Let's do it.
Clear your mind of questions.
You guys know how it is over here every week on Instagram. I put up a prompt asking you guys a question. Of course, over the last 8 weeks, it's been about the Acolyte. What did you think? This week, it was kind of an open question. Acolyte, AMA, whatever. And because we're live, if you guys have questions, feel free to throw them into the chat. We've been kind of answering them all
We've
throughout.
already got like 3 in the chat ready for you to rock and roll.
And that's why we're kind of moving into it. So, yeah, we got a lot of fun ones today. And thank you guys for a good live show. Once again, just mic check with the audience. We still sounding all right? We're just going to be reviewing this after. We're all new equipment for the show this week.
Do we sound okay?
Yeah, still sounding all right.
Check. Hot mic.
Yeah.
Hot mic. Am I sounding okay?
Hopefully it's sounding all right. We've still got some tweaks to make on the back end here, but hopefully this will be the start of a new era.
Yeah.
As you guys will see. Yes. Check good. Thank you very much, Django. Appreciate it. And sorry to keep asking. It's just the first show and it's hard to keep monitors on that.
It's true.
So, okay.
It's true.
For a while, I wanted Taika Waititi to do a sequel era Hondo movie. That's a fun idea.
I would like young Hondo. What would that be like? Like to become that guy?
It'd be fun.
That could be fun.
I could be interested.
I could be fine with that. Yeah.
Taika's an interesting character for me because I think that he either really hits or he really misses.
Oh yeah. No, well, I think he lets himself get too much into it. Where I think that if he's sticking like Thor Ragnarok, like with that, I think that he had to stick pretty much to what they wanted, and he could sprinkle a little bit of himself in there. But
or Jojo Rabbit. Did you watch that movie?
No, I have not seen that. I've heard it's amazing.
Terrific movie.
Yeah,
really like. Only a person like Taika could make that movie.
Yeah.
Because it's, if you guys don't know, it's a movie set in World War II, and it's about a kid who his imaginary friend is Hitler. And I know that concept just sounds off the wall.
Yeah.
But it is in a very touching movie. And it is a phenomenal film. But it has that like Taika spin on
zany,
it. Where it's zany, but it's able to balance that just wackiness with these moments that just, it hits you like a truck.
Yeah.
And if you've seen the movie, you know the moment I'm talking about. There's a moment in particular in that movie that's like, it gets you. It's really, really fantastic movie. Hungry Bookworm, are there any other High Republic type stories you'd like to see? I'm open to any of them, really. I mean, in this era, I know that SDCC, they were teasing a continuation of the Acolyte through some books.
Yes. And did you see the covers today? Your boy's on one.
Yeah, Yord. I did.
Yeah, Yord and Jackie are on a cover.
Pending. Cover pending.
That is true, I guess. I guess that maybe that was just, stand-in artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want anything that, the Jedi Knights were guardians of peace and justice throughout the galaxy. That like I want that. I want like Jedi doing hero stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want this like, we're questionable and everything. Yeah. I want Jedi's being heroes. That'd be cool.
I just want
that for a change.
I want something just really different. I thought the Acolyte was going to be that, and then it kind of wasn't that.
Yeah.
Scrolling down. Oh, okay. My chat did that. It swapped down again. JoJo's amazing. Yeah. See, I agree. It's so good. So good. That's the Taika I want for Hondo. Yeah. See, that's what I would love too.
Yeah.
Do we trust Headland with season 2? There are no do-overs with Plagueis once the story is told. And that's a great point. Yeah. That's tough. I don't know. I mean, that's tough. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that I think she's got great ideas. Maybe we need better writers, and she didn't write the whole
It's
show.
true. Go back up right there.
Yes, right there.
Oh, yep, right there. Yes.
Video.
Yes.
Bryce Dallas Howard has proved she could handle a movie. Absolutely.
Yep. Oh, yes.
I would love a movie
Make it
with
happen.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Make it happen.
She's terrific.
Mm-hmm.
I love her personal Star Wars story too. It's great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you. Star Wars Sith 66. I was
this guy
wondering. Yeah. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just woke up from a nap. Sorry, I'm late. Oh, new mics. I see. Fancy. Yes. Thank you. And thank you for the super chat. Very much appreciate that.
Yes. Thank you.
Legend over there. He's always grinding. He's got to get his naps in. Okay. Catching up. Okay. Let's do our first question from Instagram from Jay Recchi. Do you feel the writing and directing, the issues or use of Star Wars lore, both with the Acolyte? Writing, I don't think the use of Star Wars lore is really the issue with the show.
No, not at all.
Next one. J_Williamson 94. Looking forward to Star Wars Outlaws. Yes and no. I am mostly, but I've lost a lot of faith in Ubisoft over the years. I used to be a die-hard Assassin's Creed fan. Like I am with Star Wars. I was that with Assassin's Creed, but more. And they've just hurt me. They're greedy. They're just a greedy company.
And maybe I should play more video games. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. But I like the idea behind it. I'm gonna give it a try.
Okay.
But I am excited, but cautiously so.
Gotcha.
Oh, Greg Foskett, what are your both 3 biggest compliments for the show? Choreography, Soul Qimir, Plagueis is a moon.
Plagueis. How Qimir was handled, and then how they brought in, I guess this also kind of fits into like how they brought in stuff from Legends. I thought that was handled pretty well. Just the sprinkling it in, like the cortosis, bringing in the things. Yes, using the cortosis, using the avergence in the Force. That sort of stuff.
Agree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Agree. checking in with our chat here. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, guys. You guys are very nice. By the way, I learned today I share a birthday with RETNEY. So someone, Mortis, brought up we're kind of like a dyad in the Force. How about that? That's pretty cool.
Wild.
Of all the people to share a birthday with. For the linear AC games. Yeah, man. Well, I mean, I like the RPG ones too, but that's a whole rabbit hole. There's so much.
Maybe you just need to do a whole episode about Assassin's Creed and I can just be like,
dude,
I could just wear a hood.
So I just invite Grayson. Grayson and I talk about Assassin's Creed all the time. You can just sit in the background.
I'll just wear a hood.
You just walk perch up on our shelf.
Just sit there.
Thoughts on Qimir in the show? I wanted more. I wanted to see more of the shadows of the Sith with the Jedi not knowing. Yeah. We wanted to see more of the Sith too.
Oh, definitely. But I think that like for the most part, he was handled pretty well. So, yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. My wife popped in to say happy birthday too.
It's very nice.
Look at that.
Yeah.
She's so nice.
It's very nice.
She made me biscuits and gravy today.
That's nice of her.
She's very kind.
Yeah.
I'd be glad to cameo for an AC episode. Hey, there it is.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do it. Maybe we just need to do Beyond the Dune Sea. Beyond. Well, let's see.
Beyond.
Yeah.
What's the name of that thing that they get in?
What's that?
What's the thing they get
The Animus. Beyond the Animus.
Beyond the Animus. Yeah.
That's it. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You're right, Tony. He brought the dyad thing up. That's right. Sorry. Mortis is a schlub. And
Gotcha.
Your Tony is the man.
What's this? Get yourself a pastry and
totally
candle.
Oh, we got another super chat.
What?
From Galactic Cantina. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You didn't need to do that.
Heart.
Goodness.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Grandmaster JC, it is an honor. Indeed, she is a grandmaster. She's been slaying it every day. She's with the little one and making
the youngling,
the biscuits and gravy today. I'm a big biscuits and gravy guy. That's why I brought it up. They're so good. They're so good. No, she's awesome. I would gush about her every show, but that would take too long. Every day. That's another episode. Seth and I could just come on and talk about our wives the whole time, about how great they are.
Mine's great. So yeah, she's one of my favorite people.
Put a candle in that biscuit. So
yeah.
What I'm talking about. That sounds like a rap lyric.
Put a candle in that biscuit.
It's gotten so off the rails today. Okay, moving on. Oh, Greg again. Oh no, I already read that. Oh no, old Greg again. Now the show has ended, where would you like a season 2 or a spin-off series of the new staff? I'd like it to pick off where it left off.
Yeah.
Because I like where it ended.
Yeah. I'm again, it's got to focus more on we have two paths now. So we got Yoda and Vernestra, and then we also have May and Qimir along with Plagueis. It needs to just be that. Do not add anything more to that. I need like 50% of the show one story and the other 50% that story. Exactly. Maybe you could add a little bit with I don't remember who's the senator.
Rancor.
Yes, you could maybe add a third with that.
Yes,
but nothing more than that.
I'd be down with that too. Tom Chadburn. Loving the Star Wars Unlimited content. Can we please get a how to play, please? It's a great question. It's a great question. Can we get that, Seth?
Yeah, we probably can.
Can we?
We just need to do it live. That's the whole thing.
Is that something we could do?
Yes, we just need to do it live. That's the whole thing. Is we just need to get on here. We'll shuffle up some cards. And I'll show you guys how to play.
We've attempted to film that video twice.
A couple times, and it's only turned out okay. And now we finally figured out like how to properly.
The problem is like to light the cards. You guys don't understand. Like lighting the cards is so hard.
It is incredibly hard. It's not like lighting a person because this card is flat and it's reflective. It's so frustrating. Anyway, we just need to get on here and I'll just explain how the cards work.
Maybe we should just do it live. Maybe
we should. And I'll just explain it.
A live stream. Yeah, maybe we'll do that.
Would you guys want to see that?
Let us know.
Can I ask him something else?
Okay, hit me or hit them.
Guys. I don't know if you've noticed, but like what we're wearing.
You're just gonna look that up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. Has anybody wondered that why we've been dressed up for the past 7 weeks? Is
What are you doing? You're just like letting them know all the sausage that's made here.
Yeah, exactly.
Get out of here with this.
Well, okay, fine. I'll just say this then. Do you want us to keep that up?
No.
Or do you want us to go back to how we were dressing?
Stop it.
What?
What are you doing? Just completely just ripping down.
We're not ripping anything down. I didn't say anything. I just want to know, do the people want it? Do the people want it? Do they want us to keep dressing up?
No one cares how we're dressed.
Look how they're doing. Look, people are going, yes, people do care. Oh my gosh.
No, he said no.
Yeah, but look at the other people. Look at under that. Don't even. And he said he's just kidding.
No, Tyler Grubb says, I agree with you. The yellow sabers in the show. Thank you, Tyler. I agree.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next question.
Oh my gosh, fine.
No.
Wow, now everyone all like...
It was a good bit for Acolyte.
Yeah.
Yes, why are you doing this? I noticed. Is this church? You know how many times we've been asked that? Since the show started. That's so wild to me.
About what?
Like, we have gotten so many comments over the course of our show about how, like, guys, you got me in particular. I give off youth pastor energy, I guess.
Yeah.
And like, this just feels like I'm just sitting down for church. And I'm like, hey, I'm very proud of the cross that's sitting up here, guys. I don't know if that's it, but
yeah.
No, it's not we got a DM, I think last week that was like, do you guys just get out of like Wednesday midday service and like go to
we just come dressed up? Yeah. Yeah. No, that's not it. I was going to tell them something, but I guess not.
Okay. What do you want to tell them? Go ahead. Jesus, man. He's the man.
He is.
He's the man.
That is true.
He's the man and God in one.
Yeah.
What were you going to say? Get off your chest. What is it?
As long as Seth keeps wearing his sunglasses or whatever. Okay.
Was wearing a Spider-Man shirt. It's the tie and the unbuttoned combo. Hey, sometimes you know what the dressing up comes down to? You can catch a lot of flies with honey. But you catch a lot more honeys being fly.
That is true.
Just ask my wife. She's in the chat.
Okay, fine. I won't tell it.
See, you can tell it. Go ahead. We're so off the rails this episode. Go ahead.
It's okay. So this was it. Free Seth. Okay. So this is what happened. We filmed a skit.
Oh gosh, it's okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to go into the details, but it was kind of cringy. And we were dressed up for the skit, and then at the last second we pulled it from the episode. And then I was just like,
you want to tell them why?
No, it's fine. I just said it was cringy. That's all they need to know is this cringy.
It was very cringy.
Yeah, it didn't work. All right. And so that's all you need to know. Like the Acolyte, it was good in concept, but the execution could have been done a little bit better.
It was horrible.
Yeah, it was. So we were dressed up for that. And then so in turn, we were dressed up for the episode. And then I thought it would be funny if we just kept it going. That's literally it. Is that like, yeah, that let's just keep it going.
There you go.
That's it. That's the magic. And if you guys, I was going to ask if you guys want us to keep dressing up, I don't really care. I mean, I will, but yeah. Yeah. Ooh, that's a good question.
Thank you, Sally Cells. I think I don't know if you're the same one. We have that in our Instagram questions here. Who wins, Qimir versus Darth Maul, Phantom Menace?
Oh, Qimir. Qimir bodies him. Phantom Menace, Darth Maul, bodied.
I'm not sure about that.
Why? What in Phantom Menace?
Well, okay, let's think about the people that Qimir bodies in the Acolyte.
Yeah.
Those are just like red shirt Jedi. Yeah, they're not putting up much of a fight. Darth Maul would kill all those guys too.
Probably, yeah.
But against, I don't know. I think that
you don't think that like what?
Okay. Can Qimir take out Phantom Menace Obi-Wan? I don't know.
Did Qimir? I think part of the reason why Phantom Menace Obi-Wan took out Darth Maul was because Qui-Gon was there.
Yeah. That's part of it.
I think that's a huge part of it.
I don't know, man. Because, we also talked about this in that episode 5 breakdown. Jackie and and Soul are kind of like the Obi-Wan
Qui-Gon
combo.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a similar deal.
Yeah. I mean, he held his own
it's a pretty even match between Qimir and Phantom Menace Maul.
I don't know.
He fights different, but also Maul is still a Sith.
And we haven't even seen how Qimir, he held his own against Soul.
Yeah, but that's against Jedi. Fighting another Sith, another Darksider who's also not going to pull punches.
Yeah. Then what about the Cortosis helmet?
That's going to play a part, but also Maul has two blades. So once one is gone, he's going to get the idea. Or he headbutts
the center. And what if he trashes it all together?
But then that's not... Maul would protect the hilt because the hilt would be vulnerable to more than just his helmet.
I was going to say, he didn't protect it against Obi-Wan.
I mean, he tried, but Obi-Wan is just better.
Yeah.
That's tough. I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's Qimir couldn't handle Soul. Yeah. Seth, stop. See? See? Yeah, see, I'm not sure about that with or without the Cortosis helmet. I think the Cortosis adds an interesting element, but I think that once you take out one of Maul's blades, Maul understands the game.
What about and then two, Qimir, I feel like can wield the Force better. Qimir's in your head.
He's got that ability, but can he? I mean,
if he's got the helmet on, Maul can't get in his head.
That's not Maul's game, though. He doesn't try to get in your head. And I don't think Maul would care.
You don't think so?
If he gets in Maul's head, what is he going to do? Maul's been trained to be an assassin since he was a baby.
And you don't think Qimir has either? Qimir was
But I'm saying, what is he going to do to Maul in his head to get him,
make him, I don't know, throw him off his game a little bit?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't free Seth. See? Thanks for the super chat.
Wow.
Remuzzle Seth.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Soul would obliterate Maul. Yeah, I think Soul would definitely serve a better chance against Maul than Obi-Wan does. This is tough.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because
Qimir has two blades as well, same as Cal and Ahsoka.
Yeah.
It's tough. I think
it's hard to power scale.
He barely wins.
If what?
If Qimir wins, he barely does it.
I don't know. I mean, too, that we didn't even see Darth Maul. Darth Maul's not throwing his lightsaber at him.
No.
Qimir's throwing his lightsaber and he's trying to force push and do crazy things. All Darth Maul was doing was moving around his...
Yeah, but Maul's acrobatic. He's also using the Force in his environment.
Yeah.
He's very fast.
Yeah.
Just like
Qimir's super fast. He's a period. He can flow, bro.
But they're both pretty matched.
They are. Yeah. Let's flip a coin, boys.
I think that one's tough.
Yeah.
Okay, next question from Instagram. Cody West, how would you guys like the Old Republic told? 2D animation.
There's which part of the KOTOR? Give it to Genndy. That's what I would want. Let him tell that story.
Dude.
Give it to Genndy.
That'd be great.
It would be, yes.
I would love it. Next one. Owen_Anderson, for what show or movie are you most excited for coming up? Ooh. So Mando and Grogu just started filming some time-sensitive scenes, probably Pedro Pascal with the helmet off.
Yes, probably for before he goes and be Reed Richards.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
that's the one that I think I'm here for.
The Mando movie?
Yeah, because I want to see that start to all kind of come together with everybody, and then I can't think of it. What is the Thrawn movie called? I'm sorry. What's the book? Thrawn book.
Heir to the Empire?
Heir to the Empire. Yes, I want that to lead into the Heir of the Empire. That's what I'm excited for. And I'll admit, I'm excited for Skeleton Crew.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah,
just because I know nothing.
Yeah, I know nothing about it. So Jude Law hanging out with a bunch of people. Yeah, is he the robot, you think?
No, we've seen that leaked picture of him.
Oh, yeah.
He's just a dude.
Yeah, I guess so.
The little elephant child. Fun. Katybug the Crafter. Tier list of Star Wars creatures. Puffer Pig is obviously S tier. Well, obviously.
Exactly.
Dude, we got to do some creatures.
I was going to say, what's your... Give me an S tier creature. Just give me one. One you think is S tier.
The Rancor.
The Rancor?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a big creature feature type guy, but I love the Rancor. He's great.
Okay.
What's yours?
I really like the Jawas.
Jawas are great.
Yeah. I like Jawas. And then I don't hate Porgs. So yeah, I don't know if Porgs are S tier. Yeah.
Tyler Grubb, since the show is 100 years behind before The Phantom Menace, do you think Jedi like Mace Windu and Plo Koon and Quinlan Vos are around this time before The Phantom Menace? No.
Maybe Plo Koon.
Maybe Plo Koon. His age is kind of up in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, Seth.
It's true.
I can't believe you didn't mention your guy. Your
Anzellans. Babu Frick. It's true. Yes, he is S+. Yes.
Okay, next question. Oh, already answered that one. StarWars.nerd00. Not a question, but I've been working my way through y'all's videos. They're amazing. Thank you. Thank you for being a member. You just signed up. And hey, appreciate you. StarWars.nerd. Look, wait a minute. You know what? We're going to do a little live check here. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. Let me, little live check. Star.wars.nerd. I saw something about Tales from Peridia. He also started a podcast. He's friends with our friend BLOORE on Mandalore.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, go check that out.
Go check him out.
Go check that. Hey, shooting you a follow live in real time right here. Tales from Peridia. Love that name. That's good. Fun stuff. Ashton Sharrett. Hey. What will it take from the fandom to be united in hype and review? Is it possible? No.
At this point,
honestly,
we have to find our little pods and rally behind that.
I think that it's frustrating that we're never going to be united on everybody's going to like something, and that's okay. It's that we need to be all okay with the fact that we don't all like the same thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's what can unite everybody.
That is true. That is true.
When that happens, I think the only thing that can even come close is maybe Filoni's movie. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's a big asterisk.
But a lot of people didn't like Ahsoka.
I know. And that's what I'm saying. Is that's a big asterisk. But I think that that's the only thing.
Yeah.
And I hate to be
Debbie
Downer on that, pessimistic, but it's one of those things where it's if there are people out there that are kind of peddling that, where they're kind of trying to gatekeep and you're this kind of fan or this kind of fan. It's maybe those people aren't worth listening to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's enough division out there. We don't need it in Star Wars.
Yeah.
The Baby Coleman. Are you guys into Lord of the Rings? Could there be possible Rings of Power discussions in your future? Are we into Lord of the Rings? Do you like Lord of the Rings?
What's that?
It's the one with Gandalf. Or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's the one with Gandalf, and then Harry Potter's in it. And then gosh, I can't think of any other characters.
It's got the Triforce, right?
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. They tossed that one into the river.
Yeah.
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 And he's on the wrong side of the river.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's not Gandalf, it's Dumbledore.
It is.
Sorry about that.
It's Dumbledore.
Sorry about that.
Oh. You just never know what's beyond the Dune Sea.
You never know.
Yeah. You never know. And to answer your question, I do like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what's that behind my head? Is that Andy Serkis's signature just behind my head? What?
Yeah, just hiding right there.
What is that?
Yeah. Yeah.
To answer the second part of the question, could there be possible Rings of Power discussions in the future? I don't know about Rings of Power, but like Seth said, you never know what's out beyond the Dune Sea.
It's true.
Hey, Duners.
It's Dune time.
What microphones, cameras, and recording software do you use? God, thank you. Appreciate that question. I always like those questions. So right now we upgraded. I again hope that we are sounding all right. We upgraded to the Rode Pod mics. Heard a lot of great things about these. From my filmmaking background, I've always been a bit of a Rode fanboy. We use Lumix cameras for the most part. 2 GH5s and a what is the third one we use? Is that a?
It's a Lumix.
These are Lumix,
we have 2 GH5s and a GX7.
GX7. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's kind of a hodgepodge of things. The lights we use.
It's boom, right?
We've got like a bar that runs up here. Here, I was yelling at you about your peek behind the curtain, but I'm just
telling everybody everything.
We have 2 Lume panels.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 Lume panel lights. Big fan of Lume. They're great.
Yeah.
And then 2, they're kind of cheap RGBs, but they're 2 RGB panels, one on Seth and one on me.
That's what's casting the colored lights.
Yeah. But they're great because they're you can do a lot of things like they're app controlled and things like that. So there you go. As far as software, I pretty much edit everything. We record in Adobe Audition and we edit in Adobe Premiere, and I do all of our visual effects in Adobe After Effects. So there you go.
Yeah.
Catching up with the chat a little bit before we round out the rest of our questions. Seth is, or rather, audio is crystal good. I was thinking the same. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm glad.
Yeah.
H1 Buxton, I think it's very telling about the quality of your page. How many of us varied with our ratings of the Acolyte, yet the community here remains so positive. Well, thank you so much for that. Truly, that means a lot to us because it's what we've always strived for.
Kind of a mission statement of the show.
We've always really tried to do that. Like we've, as you can see, we were kind of, I'll be real with you. We were kind of nervous because after episode 3 of the Acolyte, while we're telling you how the sausage was made.
Yeah.
We called each other up, and because we both didn't like that episode, and we were like, man, this is the first time we're going to be kind of negative on the show, but like we don't want to be dishonest and tell you that we did like it, but at the same time we don't want to add fuel to the fire of the negativity that was already on the show. So that was it's been something we've been trying to sort of like an asteroid field.
Yeah. Trying to navigate.
Yes. But so we appreciate that truly that you guys have fallen on that.
Did you see, go back up?
What
back up right there, Tyler. Yeah. There you go.
Are you going to see Deadpool and Wolverine?
I saw it. It's fun. I think overall I like the story of the second one better, but and kind of the message of the second one, but like this one is a lot of fun. I think you should go see it. Some of those cameos are pretty wild.
Blade of Merrick, will you be making the trip to Japan for Star Wars Celebration next year? Unfortunately, I don't think so.
Probably not.
With my welcoming of my little one into the world.
Youngling.
Yeah. Decided probably not the best time to do so, but man, it's probably we'll be doing cons though. Don't worry. Japan though was just a little bit of a leap.
Yeah.
But we definitely will be. We will be on the lookout. We'll be doing some cons here. So one not too far in the future.
It's true.
So that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
From HUW. What's your guys' dream Star Wars movie TV show to get? Mine's a rated R Vader series of him hunting Jedi. I would love that. I don't know that I want it rated R though.
Yeah. If I had it my way, I would want to do give me, and this is kind of like a dream that I think that we could even make happen, that like that maybe this is just maybe going to be my Star Wars fan film. I'll just pitch it out there that like I would love to do a Star Wars movie that's all black and white, but the lightsabers are colored.
Oh yeah, kind of like the Ronin.
Yes, just like the live action Ronin. And yeah, it'd be simple. They're fighting over some stupid MacGuffin. Yeah. So.
Oh, hey, this is fun. From Tyler Grubbs, what made you guys start YouTube?
Do you want me to tell the tale?
I'll start. You can riff.
Okay, that's fine.
So Seth and I come from filmmaking backgrounds, so you're veterans of the show. You guys will know this story. But this is not our first outing of something like this. I have done things similar. Seth has done things similar. But we kind of lacked the fusion dance of both of our powers combined. So my strength is kind of all this, the cameras and the lights and kind of the technical aspect of things. Seth has a personality, even though I talk a lot and I'm very wordy. Seth has Seth is the talent. He's the personality.
Sometimes I'm funny.
Yeah.
He's whoa.
Yo, what?
Whoa.
$49.99.
What? Okay. Thank you.
My goodness.
Thank you. Okay.
From Bill Rooklin. Dude, you didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. What do you hope Disney Lucasfilm learns, takes away from the Acolyte? Personally, I think the episodes need to be longer and for character story to be decant. Thanks for being a positive channel. Well, thank you. Man, that is very generous.
Yeah, thank you. Wow. Okay.
That's very generous.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to take your comment away.
To riff off that, I mean, I do think that, yes, they definitely shouldn't be 20 minutes in length, basically.
Yeah.
They need to be like 40 minutes. To look at House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon's like more than an hour every time. It's wild.
They just need to
it's
have
interesting.
no restrictions on the format of the story.
Yeah.
So if it needs to be 6 episodes, it needs to be 6 episodes. If it needs to be 3 episodes, it needs to be 3 episodes. If it needs to be 4 really long episodes, that's what it needs. If it needs to be 8 episodes, but like one of them is 20 minutes and one of them is an hour and a half, that's what it needs. You know? Like let this, because that's when it comes to episodic TV, that has been the benefit of streaming, is that it's not beholden to every episode needs to be the same length, because back in network television, it had to be, because you had a block.
Yeah.
Right. You had a 40-minute block. That's what your episodes had to be.
Yeah.
And so a lot of TV shows were beholden to that block.
Yeah.
Streaming allowed things to kind of open up. And for some reason, things are just so stuck in that. And now I do think, I always say limitation breeds creativity. I do think it's nice to keep, like, okay, it shouldn't go over an hour 10.
Yeah.
You know? But hey, if this story only needs 30 minutes, great. If this story only needs, if it needs an hour and 10, then hey, that's what it needs. But,
and then to the, I think it needs to be longer, and then the characters and story. Yeah. I was going to say that I mean, yes, let's really flesh out and make sure that we know what the characters' motivations and everything are for this next season.
Personally, one of my biggest things is I would like to see them never do this interview circuit thing again. I think that really took away from my personal enjoyment of the show. And maybe that's just because I'm in this, you know, like I'm kind of in the ecosystem and I see all this stuff and we talk about it. But seeing a new article where like the whole story was being explained to me like every day. Yeah. I thought that really took away from the mystery of the show. It was literally
definitely.
a mystery show.
Definitely. Yes. Get off the news cycle. Yeah. That's the other thing. Don't talk about your show. Finish your story really quick.
Bill, once again.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
That was very
like
generous.
that means so much that like, yes. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
And yeah. So just to round up the YouTube story, that really double take there.
Yeah.
We decided that we wanted to jump in and be.
Well, I pestered you for a long time.
Yeah, you did.
You should tell them that too. That I was like, hey, we should try and make something. Hey, we should try and make something. Hey, we should try and make something.
Well, the thing was, like, I kind of thought that I was done. I thought I was done making things, and Seth pestered me all the time because everything I did never worked. Like, I would make something, and I was like, I think that I'm kind of like, I don't know. I think that what I'm doing is all right. But nobody cares. Yeah. And Seth is like, just do this thing, do this thing, do this thing. And I'm like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah. And it wasn't even like, I was just trying to get you to make something with me just because I like to make things with my friends and I knew you were creative. So that was the whole thing. Cause like you and I were going back and forth with toy photos.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just kept pestering you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so eventually we were just like, all right, fine. Ahsoka's coming out. We both love Star Wars.
Let's try and talk about it. Yeah. Let's just try and talk about it and see what happens.
And I had,
rest is history.
And I really enjoyed just the sort of technical aspect of like algorithms and things like that. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try clipping things and posting things and like and tackling things from that area, that side. Mm-hmm. And it was fun.
Yeah.
But we also, if we were going to do it, we wanted to make sure that we were going to be, because we're both, you guys know this, we're both people of faith.
Yeah.
And we wanted to make sure that we were, our values came through in how we act on the show, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We weren't just another couple of bozos. Go back up a little bit. I would love a show with a master and Padawan traveling to the Outer Rim, solving problems, righting wrongs. That'd be great. That kind of reminds me of Tales of the Jedi, like the Qui-Gon and Count Dooku stuff.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I think a release like Stranger Things 4 would be great. I didn't actually
a first and a half
show.
Like the I think
I don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't like the release because Better Call Saul did that too, and I didn't like that. They did it for a little different reasons, but I didn't care for that personally. Hey, Star Wars nerd! Shout out to Tony for telling me to play the video back. Hey, you're great. Everybody out there, this guy, he's always posting fun stuff. I've caught a couple of his reels in my feed, and he's always slinging truth. He's a good guy. Quinlan Voss, I think we need to go back to Clone Wars style arcs. Yes, that was honestly the best thing about Andor. Like, love or hate
These
anything
little
about the
baby,
show.
yes,
like, we
these
just
little
had
pockets.
episodic arcs,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Completely agree.
Because I like 3 episodes of Andor.
Yeah. Stop.
You stop that now.
Stop.
Yeah.
Got to go. Our local theater is showing Predator.
What? That's fun.
Go have fun, Katie. Thanks for being here. Always appreciate you.
Random thing. I remember I was fighting with a guy about what the best Rocky movie was. And so I asked someone else, hey, which one's the best Rocky? And someone just goes, Predator's better than all of them. And I'm like, that's a fact. Predator is better than every Rocky movie.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Galactic Cantina, you guys, hey, that's so nice. One of the reasons I'm starting up my YouTube channel. That's great. You know, everybody, like, I always tell people this. If you guys want to start something, that's half the battle. You know, having the courage to put yourself out there. And I think that's awesome. If you guys like Star Wars Nerd, you know, with his Tales from Peridia, BLOORE on Mandalore, Tales from TOSCHE, all you guys who, because I just saw Tales' comment up here, and it's so kind, but really it's just, you guys are, you give too much credit. Like, it's you guys who are putting yourself out there.
I was going to say, you got to have the courage.
Yeah. And you got, you know, it takes work. Like, there's so much that goes on to like do this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so that's awesome. And hey, if you, Galactic Cantina, hit us up when you put up your first video. We want to watch it. All right. I think it's about time. We got to round these out. We've had a very lively chat.
Yes.
Which has been awesome. We thank you guys so much for being in here.
Yeah.
We appreciate all of you.
Well, do we have any more? Okay.
Oh, we got a lot more questions, but we
can keep going. Go a little bit longer.
Okay.
Matt Lefferts also, he had an interesting question. Yeah, I think it's gone. Yeah. I think it's gone for good.
Yeah, he asked if the Darksaber is gone for good.
Yeah. And then right there, one more that.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Because it's a
good question.
No, it's a great question. That's why I want you to do that.
Frank in the live stream. What specifically did you not enjoy about Leslie's interviews? I think they're too much. So at first I did kind of enjoy them, but the show is a mystery, right? And I think that she was on one hand, a lot of what she was saying, I thought was just not what I was watching. So for example, she talked a lot about how Sol was like the father figure to Osha, and they were playing off this like Vader Luke relationship, kind of doing a dark mirror to that. I didn't get a lot of that, and maybe that's just me, but I don't know. As a creator, I don't know that I've never seen a creator go out there and do that. I guess is just explain exactly their thought process and what they want you to feel going into their show, and not just that, but do it while their show was still airing. And just as like the biggest example being that final one where after Plagueis appears, we talked on our episode about like, oh, is this Qimir's master? Is he hunting Qimir? What's going on here? This is really interesting. And again, I don't care if our speculation is wrong. Whatever. We're wrong all the time.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. But
the fun is the speculating. And that's a lot of where Star Wars, it's the water cooler talk.
Yeah.
You know, and to just come out right afterward and say exactly the point of that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is Qimir's master. We wanted to show that. And then, oh, by the way, Qimir and Osha are going to die.
Yeah. Then what's the point of watching your show now?
Yeah. Why?
And like, we know, way deep down, I know that, but don't tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, show me in your show.
Yes.
Like, show me in your show.
Show, don't tell.
And to compare it again to the Force Awakens TLJ, between that, imagine if right after The Force Awakens, J.J. Abrams came out and was like, so Snoke.
Yeah.
He's a clone of Palpatine, right?
Yeah.
And like, we're going to go more deeply into this. Everybody out there be like, what?
Yeah.
What in the world? What? You're just telling me that right now? Now, again, I know they didn't know that at the time. Okay.
Yeah.
I get that. But it's just bizarre to me. That's all. I think that the substance of her interviews for the most part is fine. It's just, I would rather you tell me that information using the show as the vehicle rather than the interviews. Yeah. That's all.
One more. Sorry. Go up.
What?
Go up. Go up. Right there.
This one?
Yep. Because I want to read that.
Recently started my own tabletop RPG company, and I look up to people like you, pushing forward and making it work. Thank you for holding to your values.
I just wanted to say good luck on your company.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes,
I worked with a lot of RPG companies, and it's a tough game, but it's also really fun.
Yes, and I like good luck and tear it up. No,
if you ever go to Gen Con, let us know. We've been to Gen Con a couple times.
Yeah.
It's fun stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right, we got more questions.
All right, we got more questions.
Yes.
Michael _ Kramer 98. How's fatherhood been? It has been delightful, Michael. It has been awesome. She is almost 3 months old now, and she's very smiley, and she's almost about to laugh. She's so close.
Yeah.
So close to laughing. It's great. She's awesome. It's been the greatest privilege to be a parent. And it's awesome. So I could gush about her all day long too. It's every day, you see more of her personality kind of come out. And she's like more and more of a...
Just growing into a little person.
Yeah, you get to just see more and more of that.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's like she learns new things every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like you hear that, that like they grow so fast and that she learns things so fast. But that's
a fact.
It's hard to really see until you see it yourself. But like, man, it's like she's growing so fast and she's learning things so fast.
Yeah.
And it's just cool. It's like every day is a new thing. Okay, next one. Noah Belante. Can you guys take a lightsaber color quiz? Would be so fun. I can tell you what mine won't be. It won't be yellow.
Yeah. I got you. Fingers crossed mine's blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. I'd actually be curious what mine would be.
Yeah.
Good weekend. Take care all. Hey, good weekend to you.
Yes.
To Fedagan. That's a cool name.
Yeah.
Have your daughter started watching Young Jedi Adventures? Not quite old enough for that yet, but that'd probably be a good show.
Yeah.
Holy Darth Plagueis, you're live. Yes, we are Darth Lopez. Look at that. Look at that profile picture up there.
Yeah, that's sick. It's like
Love that. Okay. What do we got here? Oh, from the same person. What's your favorite Acolyte moment? Gosh, that's tough.
Yeah, it is.
I really like that final lightsaber duel. I think it's great.
Yeah, that scene is cool. And I mean, when he first headbutts that lightsaber, I mean, that was pretty raw. And then when Jecki died, because I just didn't expect that to happen.
It's tough.
Yeah, that I was like, oh my gosh, okay. Just the way they showed it, how that was shot, with you just see the holes in her.
Just
Yep, and I was like, oh, there isn't any. That one's through the head. There's not coming back from that.
I saw someone in my action figure group on like my customs group was making a diorama, and they took a Jecki figure and drilled 3 holes through her.
Gosh,
It did a fiber optics lightsaber through each.
did it look good?
It actually looked pretty cool.
That's wow. Okay.
Galactic Cantina, I have to go. Got to catch a flight to Spain in 6 hours. Well, hey, have a safe flight.
Yeah,
Thanks so much for being here.
My goodness. Okay, well, have fun.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks for being here.
Yes.
3-hole Jecki rip. Oh, man.
It's intense, man.
Final question. We've been having a lot of fun with you guys today. This has been great. From BC_Scrubs. Any more hints on what the Beyond episodes of Beyond the Dune Sea will be about? So this is a great segue into the final part of the show here. What is coming next for Beyond the Dune Sea?
Oh, goodness.
We just finished with the Acolyte.
Yeah.
We have a slight amendment from last week. The Beyond episodes will begin after next week. So next week, we're going to put out our episode from PopCon that we did. You might remember us talking about that. We did a live show, an actual live in-person show from PopCon about our Star Wars MVPs from each movie. It was a really fun episode.
Yeah. I really want to go back and do that again. Where
like
we have, because we were,
it's about a 50-minute episode.
Yeah, I was going to say we were on a time constraint, unfortunately.
But it was a lot of fun. There was an actual, like, doing an in-person show, having like actual people in the audience.
Yes, people watching and interacting with us. That was fun.
So that's going to be next week. We're going to have that out for you guys next week in order to sort of prep for the next few weeks. And we're not going to give too much away. But as we've been teasing, this show will always be, Star Wars will always be the core.
Yeah.
It's always going to be, the Dune Sea is where our heart is.
Yeah. But
every now and again,
sometimes it's fun to look out beyond the Dune Sea.
Every now and again. And so just to let you guys know, for those of you who are like, I'm only here for Star Wars content, that's all right. That's all right. Mm-hmm. We're going to keep the Star Wars content rolling. We're going to have some like sort of mini videos sort of releasing on the weeks where we sort of break away a little bit. But we do hope you will stick around for some of the Beyond episodes, because we have some fun plans. In that first episode, so not next week, but the week after, we'll have some Star Wars in it. That's all we're going to say.
Yeah.
It will. It's not going to be only Star Wars, but it's going to have some different stuff in there. And then after that, we are truly going beyond the Dune Sea for a few weeks.
Yeah.
And
but not for too long.
Not for too long.
Yeah.
Just a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But it is going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a good time.
Cannot wait.
Mm-hmm.
And we hope you guys stick around for that and are excited for that.
Yeah.
What do you think? Can we give them a hint? Do we have any hints? Can't give too much away.
I don't want to. I'm scared. I don't want to. I don't want to make you mad.
Yeah.
I know. Like that. So, yeah. I mean, it's still visual media. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's moving pictures. Yeah. We can at least talk about that. Yeah. It's not like we're going to be like, well, we're going to start reading books and like, we're not. Yeah.
We're just talking about more great storytelling.
Yes. More great.
Terrific storytelling by excellent storytellers.
Yes.
That have just changed the course of cinema, perhaps. Changed the course of maybe not just cinema.
Yeah.
Maybe another medium as well.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Or some fiction. Yeah.
Oh man, good stuff. Okay. Yeah. Well, we got a couple last questions here from the chat, and then we'll round out the show.
Yes.
From Verlag, there are cool golden books with Star Wars content. Yes, there are. My daughter fell in love with Ahsoka and Obi-Wan because of them. I have the Obi-Wan one. We have 2 Star Wars golden books for my daughter. And yeah, we've been kind of collecting some Star Wars stuff.
Make sure and read.
Yeah.
I can't express that enough.
Oh yeah. We did for our baby shower. We did that. Instead of bringing cards, we asked people to bring a book.
Books. Yes.
And so we got so many, we had to buy a bookshelf.
20 minutes a day.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we try to read to her at least once a day.
Good.
She likes, she really liked The Hungry Caterpillar. I read that one to her the other day.
Ooh, that is a good one. I've read plenty of The Hungry Caterpillar in my day. Oh yes. Yes. And he was still hungry. Have you seen that meme where it's like the very hungry caterpillar ate 12 bullets and yet he was still hungry? No. So yeah, he's giant. He's attacking them. So yes.
Would love to see you guys break down the Darth Bane trilogy.
Hey, books. I like those books.
Say Seth is a big fan of those.
Yes.
Duners Unite.
Duners Unite.
Is that what we've decided? That's what the fan base is called? I don't know. We might need to workshop that a little bit. Duners. That sounds, I don't know. We'll put a pin in that.
Gotcha.
We'll think about it a little more.
Yeah. The Duners. Yeah.
Hint, please hook us. Oh, was that enough of a hint, guys? Was that enough of a hint? You guys need more of a hint for the Beyond episodes? Huh? Before we close it out here, what do you think? Let us know. If you could have a lightsaber, what color would it be and how would you design the hilt to look like? I go back and forth between blue and green.
Yeah.
Personally.
Well, I think if we're together, I think you got to rock green and I got to rock blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can have the dual blue.
The what? Yeah. I just think that doesn't look very cool if we both have blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like green. I do like green.
Yeah.
Like my boy Luke.
And then
I do like the symmetrical look, like Luke's ROTJ saber. I'm a big fan of that.
And then my favorite lightsaber is Anakin's lightsaber or the Skywalker blade, whatever you want to call it. And then, but my favorite one to swing around is Obi-Wan's from Attack of the Clones.
Okay.
Yeah. And Phantom Menace.
I like very round lightsabers.
Yeah.
Very round with like chrome accents.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of wood lightsabers. I get a lot of hate for this.
What about a Shardhet's lightsaber? Do you know what his looks like?
It's like a horn, right?
No, that's the his is like the Tusken Raider one. It's got leather all over it and a bunch of stuff.
I am a fan of leather on a lightsaber.
Yeah,
I am a fan of leather.
Yeah.
Beyonders, Dune heads. Let's brainstorm. Beyond Dunes.
Yeah.
It does sounds like Quinlan made it. It does.
Duners. What up, my little Duners? Get out here, Quinlan.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Just rolls off the tongue in such a great way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
The Ahsoka the White sabers are good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, I think that's going to about do it from us. Next week, tune in to our PopCon Live episode.
Yeah.
Obviously, it won't be live next week, but it was a really fun episode. I think you guys will have a great time.
Yeah.
The Dunigans. Okay, I kind of like that. That's not bad.
The Dunigans. Couple of Dunigans.
Not bad. Anyway, pizza rolls.
Yeah. I just heard the oven.
Shachter, thanks so much for doing this, guys. We really appreciate it. You guys.
Stop that.
Stop it. You guys.
Stop it. You're going to make me tear up.
So
I'm dead
nice.
serious.
You guys are too
Will
nice.
any of you play Outlaws? Konnor probably will.
I probably will.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta round this out. We're having too much fun.
Are we giving them a hint or no?
Are we give? You guys want another hint? You guys want another hint to the Beyond episodes? Huh? Here, I'll just stop it.
Okay. All right. All right.
It's too much. It's
It's
too much.
too much?
It's
Okay.
too
All
much.
right. Okay. All right.
Yeah, they're saying yes. They're saying yes.
Yeah, that's
No,
what I'm
here.
saying. Is that
Just throw it in there if you guys want more hint, and I'll just sit here and just I'll just wait. Just passing the time. Yeah, just passing the time. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Man, that's just right off the top of my head. It's a pretty good bop,
weird.
isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, isn't that cool? It's good stuff. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Yeah, hey, we're kind of synergizing there. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah. Is this the longest episode? I don't know.
It might be.
It might.
think
I don't
so.
know. It's not 2.5 hours, is it?
Jeopardy theme.
Yeah, that's it. You nailed it. That's
We're gonna be talking about Jeopardy.
Yeah.
We're gonna be talking about Jeopardy.
Yeah, it's like if you're in trouble.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I was like, gosh, this is really. You were right. You were kind of like you're.
Yeah.
This is just.
So just a small thing.
Yeah.
Such a small thing.
Yeah. Gotta.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just, man, then these episodes really start to get long. Like just the ring really starts to weigh a heavy burden.
Weigh on you.
Does that start to weigh on you? But hey, I think that's going to outdo us today.
Mm-hmm.
Next week, we'll see you on our PopCon Live episode. Not really live, I'm kind of saying. Our Star Wars MVP episode. And then after that, tune in to
Beyond
the Dune Sea.
Yes. Is it going to be the same Dune time?
It is going to be the same Dune time and the same Dune channel. Oh,
What happened to us? Oh,
I didn't mean to do that.
oh okay. It is the same Dune time, and it's the same Dune channel. And guys, never forget. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know. I clicked a bunch of buttons and I didn't.
What are you doing? You went to the dark time. Yeah, we did. Guys, I was going to say, you not even let me say it. It's Dune time.